Hello everyone, I'm Tom Palmer, Tom Palmer Custom Daisy Rifles, Moulder, Oklahoma. This is Friday, August the 29th, 2025. And the last video I made was of Steve from North Dakota's little model. It's a number 102 model 36. And I got it all cleaned up and ready to reassemble. And I thought y'all might want to go along for the ride and watch me assemble it. I've done got this his power plant redone. Now this gun don't have an oil hole, but I went ahead and put a foam rubber on it and oiled it, and I put an overbore air tube in it, and I just put a washer on it. That's just for the convenience of compressing the spring. You have more to get a hold of there to if you never hop these guns up, if you have them apart, if you can get a hold of those washers, it's always a good idea to put that on. It just makes it easier for your tool to get a hold of. And this spring had a little bit of sacking going on one end, so I put it up here on this end, because this end here is the one that compresses. And so this one is going to be sliding back and forth on the rod. This end up here pretty well stays put. I don't know, from probably from right about in here. That there, it will collapse some, yes it will, but I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna shoot it and get the feet per second. If it runs good, we're gonna leave it like that. If it don't, I'll tear it down and put a 1938B spring in it, which I don't believe they're as stout as this original spring in these guns, because they're longer than a 1938B and they're larger in the overall diameter. I didn't measure the wire size, but anyway, this is just a little stronger spring, and I think it'll do just fine. And but anyway, so we got that all rebuilt, got new seal on it, all that, and I hadn't put the abutment seal in yet. I was going to show you how I do that, and sometimes these things can be a little aggravating, but usually it's not a big deal. But I usually take and I oil it up good, and because it fits pretty tight in there, especially oil up the hole where the air tube goes through it. And but anyway, I usually slide it on the air tube just to make sure that it goes good. Now it'll tighten up when you get it inside, because this is a little bit, it's got a taper on it, and it squishes down, so it'll get a little tighter than that. But anyway, let's go ahead and install it. What I do, I'm try to, let me turn the camera down here where you can kind of watch me a little better. We can see what I'm doing. And so anyway, this side here that you can, let's see if I can get up there close to it. Yeah, you can see that side, how it's made compared to the back side is just flat. That's got a little, okay. So we'll just stick it down in the gun, and it'll try to turn sideways, and it probably will turn sideways. And, yeah, it fell straight down in there. Let me look down in there and see if it fell right side up or wrong side up, or it usually fall wrong side up, and it did. Okay. Okay, I got it turned over right. And then this is what I use. It's a 1/4-inch extensions, 2 of them, and this is a 9/16 socket. And you got to watch these sockets on account of the outside diameter. You don't want to get too big a one, you get it stuck down in that bore, and then you got yourself a problem. But anyway, I'll show you in just a minute what I'm talking about. Okay, now get that down in there like that. This gun here, I can pull this off. Okay, and then I just take a hammer and I tap that thing. Okay. set it in the floor here and make sure it's all the way down. And it's not. Okay, then she hit bottom. Okay. Then you just pull your socket stuff back out of there. And here's got the socket, everything back out of there. And let's see if we can get a look down in there. Try to see if I can get you a look down in there. I don't know if we can or not. Maybe you can kind of get a little bit of a view down in there, but anyway, she's down in there and she's seated down. Okay, we got that. And then put this assembly in. I always grease this back here on the back where the trigger catches. And you can look and see there's one side that's wore. And if it's not wore real bad, I put it back the same way because the trigger's done worked in and it gives you a really nice trigger. Sometimes if they wore too much, then I'll flip them over. But anyway, I put a little grease in there on that. And I just put a drop or two of grease on this where the spring slides, just to give it a little, don't want too much because they collect dirt. But anyway, as you can see, I just kind of put a little dab down through there, and it'll slick that up good. Okay, and then to put the old plunger assembly in, I got a rod right here that I use. And it's kind of bent on the end where it won't fall out of there. Okay, so so what I do, I just take and I've done all that seal and everything up, that cup seal up. Okay, she started through there. Okay, keep the side that you want the trigger to hit, keep it down right there. Okay. Slide her on in there, and I'm trying to keep this in the camera where y'all can see it. And sometimes these can be a little contrary. Okay, I see what the problem is with this one. Okay, we get the back out and we get the back up a little bit because I messed up, because I forgot. But one thing about it, some things when you forget, they'll correct themselves, and this is one of them. This is a small diameter seal kit. It takes like a Model 25. And what happens is the washer that I use right here to try to get a better bite on that spring, this is for the big seal set, and it will not go in these small ones. And I forgot about that. That's okay. I'm not cutting it out of the film because I just want to show you that, you know, where we're at. And we'll just fix that problem right quick. Okay, we'll just pull the pin out. Sometimes it's done got oil on it, so it's kind of slick. Needle nose over here. Pull the pin out. Get that out of there. Set the off. And while I got this apart, I'll show you what I'm talking about on that spring. Okay, there's the washer that I was hoping to use. I can't find none of these smaller for these small ones, but you can see this while I got this part. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the spring. See how it's sagged a little bit on the end? But like I say, see up here, see how free that runs? I mean, it's not like a problem because it's right on the very end and it's gonna be collapsing back. I mean, it does collapse up there a little bit, but it's not gonna affect it. We'll find out if it don't meet our speed specifications. We'll, like I said, we'll tear it back down. We'll put a different spring in it, and if we have to shim it to get where we need to be, well, we'll put a shim in it. We won't be able to use a washer, but we can still get it done. Okay. All right. Line that up. And another thing too that I need to mention is these air tubes. See, I used that round pin back. This is the original round pin. On these air tubes, they're made for a different. Let me grab one right quick. Let's see if I can find one. See how that's made? It's not round. Oh, that looks a little rounder than most of them, but anyway, it's not round, believe me. And it takes a different pin like the 1938 Bs and what have you. But this old gun, Plymouth gun, used a round one. So I just file that hole out a little bit to where I can use the original pin back. Because you can't buy the other pins like the 1938B. You can't buy them by themselves. So anyway, well, let's release this thing. And okay. Now we're back to square one. Okay, here we go. Okay, make sure the part you want down where the trigger catches, and that goes down right there the way I want it. Okay. See it? We got her started. Wire coming through. Okay, now just shove on up in there, and went right. The air tube was already started through it because it's got enough that out of the. Just shove that in there with a screwdriver up in there. Pull your rod out. Okay, and the guy, I got to make a video on this, but the guy was asking me about this this tool. What I made, of course, this is a makeshift. I never have tried to upgrade or improve it to an old block that I used in my gunsmithing shop for years. It's kind of an anvil block thing, but anyway, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. See how the thing is kind of turned. Let me get my flashlight. See how it's turned sideways down in there? The back of that plunger assembly? Well, do it many different ways, but I just happen to have this big screwdriver that I had when I worked for Caterpillar back in the 70s and early 80s that works real well. And you can just stick it right in the back of that and just give it a little twist and get her straightened up in there, and give you another shot of it after I straightened it up. See in there, we got her straightened up. And it'll kind of fall in line as you cock it and stuff a few times. Well, it'll go to where it wants to be, but it needs to be straight to start with. Just put your tool down in there and these. Okay. Got to watch it. This has got a big enough head on where you won't get right there, because then right there will cut you if you happen to slip off or something. But I'll lean that back and get your spring anchor, which is the rear side on this 102 model 36, and this hook part will be facing the back of the gun. Okay, here we go. So that spring, these springs are stout in these little fellers. Okay. Okay, always check it, make sure it hooks. Because if it misses a hook, and then you try to cock it, you got yourself a problem. Yep, I don't know if you can see down there or not, but I'll try to, yeah, I think probably you can make it out. But anyway, it's hooked right there on that cross pin. Got this pin right here. It goes in there. That's where it hooks on. So we got that. That went pretty smooth. Sometimes it don't. But anyway, then the rest of it is just general stuff. But that's the way you do that part. And the videos run a little bit long, but I had to back up on kind of that washer, but I didn't want to. I just want you to see and to learn is what I'm after. You know, I'm not perfect, never have been, never will be, but learn something every day. But I just forgot about that washer and this being the small seal set. But anyway, but I got the rest of the parts cleaned up, and we'll be getting a shooting video going on here. My other phone's down where I can't let you listen to the foot per second, but I'll get it and I'll show you what it does. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. I hope the video is helpful. And if you have any questions, well, just let me know. I'm here to help you guys. So thank you very much for watching. And if you like the video, hit the like button. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe please. And we'll move on to the next video. Thanks for watching.